Today we will discuss on need of firewall and firewall characteristics. So first of all, let's define the firewall. So what is a firewall? Firewall is nothing but it's an effective means of protecting a local system or the network systems from the security threats which arise through the networks. And at the same time, it is affordable to access to the outside world via wide area network or internet. The firewall forms a barrier through which the traffic going in each direction must pass. That means when the traffic goes from inside network to outside world or outside world to inside network, the firewall sits as a barrier having some security policies that dictates which traffic is authorized to pass in each direction. The firewall may be designed to operate as a filter at the level of IP packets or even higher layer packets. So what is the need for having a firewall? Number one is we have seen the information systems that have undergone a very steady evolution. We started with centralized mainframes some 3 decades back, then local area networks came into existence. Based on the LANs, premise network came into existence. Then slowly with the businesses growing on internet, enterprise networks and wide area networks came into existence. And all of them are connected to the internet. So every machine on the network is connected to the internet. The second need is we need strong security features for all the machines or workstations or servers, which has to be established to overcome intruders, such as we need to enforce security features like intrusion detection into the workstations. However, these things may not be cost effective because we need to install in all the workstations. Then the third point is scalable configuration management and aggressive patching has to be done in order to fix the flaws in the systems. The important point to be noted is the firewall will be inserted between the premises network and the internet, that's the outside world, and the firewall acts as outside perimeter. Based on these needs, the aims of the firewall is to establish a controlled link and protect the premises network from internet-based attacks and provide a single choke point where all such malicious activities can be removed or to overcome the threats. So let's look at the firewall characteristics. So what are the design goals of a firewall? The first and foremost design goal of a firewall is to see that all traffic coming from outside to inside and inside to outside must pass through the firewall. None of them should directly come to the workstation or servers. It has to pass through firewall and from firewall to the workstations or servers. So this is achieved by physically blocking all the access to the local area network except via the firewall. So anybody has to access any system in the network, it has to come through the firewall. Only authorized traffic as defined by the local security policy will be allowed to pass. So based on the security policies, the traffic is allowed from inside to outside or outside to inside. For that purpose, various types of firewalls are used which implement different types of security policies. So it could be packet filtering firewalls or application gateways, circuit level gateways, so on. The firewall itself has to be immune to penetration. Use of a hardened system with a secured operating system is very much essential so as to make immune to penetration. Trusted computer systems are suitable for hosting a firewall and often required in government applications. So that's very important. You have to have trusted computer systems wherein firewall is there. Otherwise, if computer itself is compromised, hosting a firewall, then everything will be going to a toss. There are certain techniques that are being employed in security policies. They are service control, direction control, user control, behavior control. The service control is a case where it determines the type of internet service that can be accessed, either inbound or outbound. Inbound means incoming traffic, outbound means outgoing traffic. The firewall may filter the traffic on the basis of IP address or protocol or port numbers, that is TCP port number. And it may provide a proxy software which receives and interprets each service request before passing it on, or it may host the server software itself, such as web or mail service. The second technique is direction control. This determines the direction in which particular service requests may be initiated and allowed to flow through the firewall, that is either incoming or outgoing directions. What kind of services are to be allowed or disallowed. User control, in this case the controlling of access is done to a service according to which user is attempting to access the service. This feature is typically applied to users inside the firewall, that is within the parameter, that is the local users within the network. It may also be applied to incoming traffic from external users as well, but it requires some kind of secure authentication technology that is being provided in IPsec protocol. Then lastly, you have behavior control, wherein we control the particular services, how they are being used. For example, the firewall may filter email to eliminate spams or unwanted mails, or it may enable external access to only a portion of the information on a local web server. So what are the capabilities of firewall that is needed? The first and foremost thing is it is a single choke point which keeps unauthorized users out of the protected network. That is, vulnerable services from entering or leaving the network are prohibited, and it provides protection from various kinds of attacks such as IP spoofing and routing attacks, and it simplifies security management. A firewall provides a location for monitoring security related events, that is, audits and alarms can be implemented on the firewall system. It's a platform for several internet functions that are not security related. For example, a network address translator could be there in this platform, which maps local addresses to the internet addresses. This NAT are being used to overcome shortage of IP address space. Network management function, which audits or logs internet usage, is one of the functions that could be there in a platform where firewall is hosted. A firewall can serve as the platform for IPsec also. It can be used to implement the virtual private networks for secured communication among the enterprise networks. There are certain limitations of the firewall. They are: number one, the firewall cannot protect against the attacks which bypass the firewall. That is, if any internal system uses dial-out capability and reaches out to an internet service provider, it will not be detected by the firewall. The firewall may not protect fully against the internal threats, such as a fired employee or a disgruntled employee who may cooperate with an external attacker to do some malicious activities inside. An improperly secured wireless LAN may be accessed from outside the organization. That is, an internal firewall which separates portion of an enterprise network cannot guard against wireless communication between local systems on different sides of the internal firewall, because these wireless communications do not come under the purview of the firewall when the local systems have their own wireless communication networks and try to communicate, through which any malicious program may enter into that system and can invade all the systems within the network. A laptop PDR portable storage device may be used and infected outside the corporate network, and then it can be attached in the internal network, which will infect other machines or computers. So at the end of this video, you have to check your learning outcome by answering these questions. What is a firewall? Why firewall is used? Why firewall is required? What are the design goals of the firewall? What are the capabilities of a firewall? Mention the limitations of a firewall.